In October of last year, I challenged all of us to begin to look and reflect and pray about our commitment in financial giving. And I'm very thankful for those who have done just that, who have taken that opportunity to pray, discern, and look at becoming a tither, as looking at percentage giving rather than just a happenstance or no thought in the opportunity to be generous. This is an amazing community. Very generous, very willing to serve and to give. But we are a parish only because we are part of a larger church, the Archdiocese of Atlanta and the Church Universal. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. The opportunity for us to support the broader church is what I'm going to talk to you about today. In the Archbishop's annual appeal, I met a couple coming in and they said, "Oh, is this the appeal weekend?" They go, "Oh, it's our favorite weekend of the year." I said, "For you, and even less so for me." The opportunity for us to look and reflect on the giftedness that we have from God. In the last couple of years, it's probably been difficult for us to look at gift or blessings. It seems like we've been cursed with all the tragedy and loss of life and just the change of the world in which we presently live. And yet we have been blessed. Yet we have experiences and opportunities for us to truly reflect on the giftedness that comes from God. And the Archbishop's annual appeal helps us to look beyond ourselves, beyond the doors of this parish family of Transfiguration. The Archbishop's annual appeal helps to support clergy, diaconate formation, of which we have 2 men that are presently in formation and discernment for the diaconate, Wayne and Martyr. They're fine men who are discerning God's call for them, and their formation is supported and paid for by the Archbishop's annual appeal. Father Miller is a fine example also of priestly support in seminary formation for the priesthood. He's a fine example. You can be the judge for me. I don't know. The opportunity for outreach in Catholic charities, in the offices that serve the needs for Respect Life, social justice, the opportunity for us to look at disabled ministries, the opportunity for us to support and encourage prison ministry, for campus ministry for your kids who are on college campuses in the Archdiocese of Atlanta, the opportunity for us to support and encourage support for lay ministry and catechists, the Office of Evangelization and Discipleship. These are all ways that we are called to support beyond our efforts, but what also benefits us as a community of Transfiguration. I know tithing for most people, if they've never done it, can be overwhelming. I was talking with a relative of mine the other day, and he said, that's a lot. Tithe 10%. I said, yes, I know, I do it. I sat down with my American Express a couple weeks ago and gave my tithe commitment for this coming year. I needed the Sky Miles. Hopefully, maybe one day we can fly again. But I know for me, when I began to tithe, it was an opportunity for me to begin a journey of trust in what God provides. And it has happened that it has shown me again and again in my commitment to tithing for the Archdiocese, for this parish, and for other charities. But I also know it's very difficult just to take that leap. And so I'm going to continue to ask you to discern, to pray, and to reflect on the giftedness of God, and begin to look at a commitment of a percentage gift. Wherever that starts and however the God leads you in that, I'm asking you to support the Archbishop's annual appeal this coming weekend, this next weekend. If you want to do it earlier, I'd be happy to receive it. If for some people I know making a pledge commitment is very difficult and making a commitment over a year's period, and many people in my past have said, well, I won't make a pledge, but I'll give something in an envelope. So the year of 2022, in your packet, your monthly packet of envelopes, there is an envelope for the Archbishop's annual appeal. And you can make your commitment there without making a pledge. You can use your credit card. You can drop off money in the office. You can put it in the basket on Sunday, however you wish to do it. I am very thankful for the generosity of this community. The overages that came back this past year were $20,000. 25% of that overage goes into our ongoing endowment, and then 75% comes back to us in cash, which is helping to pay for some of the improvements here in the church. And that will be the same thing this coming year. Any overages come back to us, 75% parish, 25% to the parish through the endowment. So I'm greatly thankful for your commitment, for your willingness to at least pray and discern and look at what God is doing in your life. The packets, the envelopes and packets are available as you leave today. Information has been also emailed to you in the constant contact. There's information on our website. And then next weekend we will have the commitment done so at the time of Mass. Just don't skip Mass next weekend, okay? Just because you know it's going to be the appeal. I kind of sprung this on you this weekend, but don't, we do have cameras. We know who's here and who's not. So thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your willingness to be generous in who you are as a community and for your support of myself. On behalf of the clergy and the staff, we give you thanks for your continued generosity and your willingness to serve. So thank you very much. And again, you can make that pledge starting today. The information is in the narthex or via the other contacts that we have with you. Thank you.